This is my incredibly supportive and beautiful wife, Cherie. We've been together 30 some odd years.
Our 25th wedding anniversary. May.
Yeah, but
what day, Joel?
But I met you
what
over
day, Joel?
May 21st.
No.
May 11th.
Yes. How many years, Joel?
A lot of years.
How many?
25th anniversary.
Okay.
And we're going to do, guys, this is not a put on. I am, to say that I'm focused on you is an understatement. So this morning, my wife is sitting there with her iPad in bed, very early, about to get up and begin her day. And she says to me, I said to her, I said, look, I'm just not going to be available to you for the next week and a half. And she goes, Profit Point preparation is a minimum of, it's months. It's year round. What do you call yourself?
I said I feel like the Profit Point widow.
Here, come close to the microphone.
I said I was saying that I'm like the Profit Point widow because literally, like, he's been in process already for at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks before that, he's really kind of half 50% here. I don't think I saw you for 5 minutes yesterday.
No, but when I say I'm working on Profit
still
Point,
like how many weeks out before the event? 2 at least.
Well, now we have.
Yes.
Now I'm down to 10, 11 days. That's
right.
it.
So this is like I pretend that Joel's not even here and he's sequestered and.
I almost went to hotel.
Yes, he's.
But let them know, and then when it's over, it's not over.
No, and then it's the.
I stay at the hotel, and I every promise I make sure is in sequence. And now I'm rebuilding. I just got done with my assistant, Edna, my executive assistant, who's wonderful. And I'm rebuilding the entire follow-up architecture, which I have not rebuilt since Profit Point 1. I kept adding to it, of course. Oh, yeah. But I'm rebuilding the whole thing for you so you have the best of the best and the most cutting-edge follow-up that you've ever seen. Timed, delivered, no charge, crazy.
And I'm going to ask you one question. Are you buying any more computers because it's your time? Every time before Profit Point, my husband decides to, I don't know why, electively go and buy all new equipment, all new computers, revamp everything, reload everything, and torture himself for days, and nothing works, and he goes into complete panic mode. And now we've realized, Edna and I, this is just part of this process. So
No. I have backups on backups, and then I always use what I've been using. But I'm always trying to make sure that I have you covered 9 different ways. And I will tell you one thing. One thing I've got compliments on is that my events go off without a hitch, seamlessly. That doesn't mean that I'm not dealing with stuff, but it means that you'll never see the problems. This is not a normal event. You don't ever have to put on an event like this. This really is my life's work. My wife will tell you, she's the one that pointed out, Joel, you have thrown away millions of dollars by not charging people for the segments and the follow-up. You just give it away. Kevin Trudeau beat me up. Jordan Belfort beat me up for it. You know, many master marketers.
We don't want to talk about how much time you spend making videos.
Yeah, but
because that makes me like that. Yeah.
But there's guys. I care. Do I care?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you care. Yes.
And do I run events at no charge following this event to support them, and then really try and push them and get them to make the moves? And have you seen them succeed?
I've seen, yes, many
no,
way beyond.
Have you been surprised sometimes by the people who succeed that you never thought would? Like sometimes someone's shut down and you just think there's no voice there. And that's not the way I think. My wife was giving her mother a lecture yesterday about languaging, and I thought it was precious. Your mother was saying, well, I'm sick. And
I'm in pain.
I'm in pain. She keeps telling herself, addressing her conscious and subconscious mind and transcending that. Because it goes into the fabric of on a cellular level. And I'm not here to talk to you about that. But my wife, and so her mother agrees, but then 2 seconds later does it again. Because it's encoded. You're coming to Profit Point not to change who you are, but to rewire. Now, my wife has every intention of actually attending Profit Point this time, but we just found out that my son was accepted to Berkeley and the new school, and what's the Ivy League school?
Sarah Lawrence.
And Sarah Lawrence.
Yeah,
and so my wife might be returning, and I'm really glad I went on that trip with you guys, because I actually have an understanding and I feel. We went on the big college tour, and it was a lot of work, and a lot of expense, and a lot of time, and we totally focused on Sterling, and now they may be flying back just to make sure it's the perfect fit for him. because it's a big deal. And we're talking Berklee School of Music out of Boston. We're talking Sarah Lawrence, which is, that's upstate New York.
No, it's not upstate New York. It's
Felt like upstate.
no, it's in.
We went on the train.
It's right. It's about 45 minutes outside New York.
And then the new school
City.
is in the city. It's in Manhattan.
And Hampshire's in Amherst.
And as much as he really is pushing towards Berkeley, he knows that new school, he needs to learn more about it. So just know that painstaking detail, making the right decisions for you. My wife has said to me many times, why don't you not? She doesn't talk like that,
I don't
obviously.
talk like that.
But it's just it's the inner voice. She says, why don't you have this thing dialed in? Why do you always reinvent, re-engineer, reprogram, retool? I said, because times are changing with technology. Times are changing globally. Times are changing. And I make sure that this event is faster, easier, more profitable, that it goes deeper, that you have more support. There's really no way to fail for me unless you just let go, because I'll be there for you. This is my amazing wife, and I can assure you that I could not put on this event if she wasn't taking care of pretty much everything else in my life, from investments to running the back end of the business to insurance to taxes, of which we could employ 8 to 10 additional people here without affecting our profitability one iota because of all the money we give to the government, because we love the government.
Yeah.
And we know that all that money goes into the schools and the roads.
Joe likes to keep a slim office.
Well, guys,
He's a minimalist.
she'll tell you that my problem in life is micromanagement. I micromanage everything, and it's one of the reasons that my Profit Point students have been so successful. The only thing that differentiates my training from what I see being done out there, and there's some exemplary trainers, is that my students actually succeed. About a third of them actually become professional communicators, closers, and marketers. About a third of them have this personal evolution, this realization. And my wife had no idea that I was building a personal development event, and I had no idea. I thought I was just building a speaker boot camp, just teaching them what I had learned over decades. It's become so much more. So welcome to your new family. I'm a part of it. My wife's a part of it. Eventually, and by the way, she's in the group. So she's the only one, I make an exception, her and Edna, that are administrators. In the event I die, they're instructed to take care of you even beyond my days, to make sure that everything is up and running. So know that I've even got and if I were to die during the event,
Let's not talk about that.
I have graduates
Spelling,
there.
Joel. Spelling, Joel.
Listen, there's no way, there is no way that you're not covered. When you come to this event, even if a graduate had to pick up my clicker and go into my databases, I've always got someone there, God forbid, because I think of worst case scenarios. Someday our lives, they end on this plane. And maybe they transcend this experience. Maybe it goes deeper. Maybe it's more profound. But to some extent, there is an end. And I know that. And I just want you to know something. I got you covered. My wife is watching your back. I'm watching your back. This is, if you ever meet her, she goes by Cherie to her friends. Cheritail to, that's what I call her. And Cheryl is her formal business name, birth name. I like them all. I call her Cheryl when I'm not happy.
That's a lot of time.
Anyway, this is the first video we've ever made, and this is right before Profit Point 22. I don't think I've ever asked her to come in here. But when she used that Profit Point widow thing this morning, and she was laughing, she was smiling at that time. And she sees me literally with 3 different computer stations set up, and I'm running. You know, one of the students said, technologically, this is going to be challenging. It just seems like, no, it's actually not. I have it all systematized. And where do you see and what do you experience the support post the event? The event is not technologically challenging. And when you want all those technological components, all those trainings are gifted to you so that I don't waste your time sitting on a keyboard, worrying about your operating system, trying to keep everyone up to the same speed, which is virtually impossible. This event is emotional, exciting, and someday my wife will actually attend. She says, but I've seen it on video. I've seen parts of it. I've seen Edna do it. You got to be there. It's not just what happens in the room. It's what happens with the very specific life work processes that you're going to be a part of. You are going to be so close to people at this event, it will transcend blood in many cases. I know that sounds a little nutty, but let's face it, not every member of your family is someone you welcome throughout the year. Maybe at Christmas you adore them, maybe at Thanksgiving, but you're not excited about everyone. What if I told you that the majority of people you meet here are so carefully selected? That's my art form, converging the right people in the right environment. So, on behalf of Cherie and myself, I love you. I'll demonstrate it through my actions. I may not like you. It's hard to like someone until you get to know them. That takes time. But I can love you. And I'll give, and I'll give, and I'll give, and then I'll give some more. You found someone that really cares about the process. And the other thing you need to know is I only teach you what I do that works. I omit everything else. I'll see you soon.